Well, it's a new year and it's a really wonderful time to actually form new habits. That habit you have been dreaming of for a while, now is the time. Yes. And just in case you're interested in doing that, then you need to watch this video till the end. Welcome back to my channel if you're a subscriber, and well, if this is your first time, welcome. It's so nice to have you around. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Oluwatobi, aka Vision Bearer, VB for short. Yeah, well, if you've been hearing that for a while, let me just remind you. Okay, so let's just go straight into today's topic, and that is forming new habits. The first thing I would like to talk about is 1. Identify that habit. It is very important you identify what exactly you want to start doing. For instance, last year I identified that I needed to start doing exercise. And why did I want to do exercise? Because I just felt like I needed to keep fit. Beyond just keeping fit, I wanted to lose weight. I was beginning to see that I was hiding some flesh in the wrong places, and I just did not want that to continue. So in identifying your new habit, then you should do what? Know why you are doing it. For example, when it comes to exercise, my why was that I didn't want to have fat in the wrong places, and I wanted to feel healthy because I was already feeling like I was too big, and also I could not really carry myself like I should. Although some people were telling me that, Toby, you're already okay like this, in fact you really look good, you're chubby, you're this, but I knew deep down that that was not what I wanted for myself. So just in case there's something you've always admired and people are telling you, no, you don't need it now, just be managing this. It's normal for people to be like that. It's because they love you. But more importantly, you need to actually understand your why. The next thing to do is write it down. Yes, you know what writing does to your goals or the habits you want to form is it helps you give clarity to your ideas. That way you know, okay, this is how I want to do it. Then it helps you in strategizing. Okay, because for you to write down, it must take a lot of thoughtfulness to write down. And after writing down, give yourself a time frame. It could be a month or 2 months or 3 months. That way you know your goals are smart, or your habit is having a smart goal that is specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time bound. That time bound that you see, it is very, very important. So give yourself a time frame. Now I want you to understand that the fact that you give yourself a time frame, especially with new habits, does not mean maybe you are not able to achieve that in 1 month, then you want to beat yourself. You have to understand that the first 1 month of trying to form a new habit could actually be experimenting. And you know, with experiments, you get different results. For instance, there is an hypothesis that says, okay, you have to get this. And then eventually at the end of the experiment, you might actually get something else. But the truth is, you did the experiment. And then you are now better. Because the person that thought of an idea is not the same person that executed it. You are better and you are now wiser. So, just in case your own habit is probably to read a lot more, just follow this process.
Also, one thing I wouldn't want you to forget is studying or listening to a message or an audio book on that habit you want to form. What does it do? It helps in identifying your why, and at the same time also equips your mind for the habits you want to form. So take note.
Now to the second point, and that is, yes, just in case you started and at some point you forgot, you just could not continue. One thing you should never forget is continue from where you stopped. Yes, in fact, I can remember clearly when I wanted to start making exercise and habits for me. I had times when I was like, you see what, I'm not doing this thing today. But what did I do? When I remember my why again, I do what? I continue from where I stopped. Before I actually learned this principle, it took me a while, and it meant giving up on a whole lot of things I wanted to achieve. But the moment I understood that it is all a lie, when you hear things like "Shebi, you have started, and you could not continue," then give up. It's a very big lie you should never give into. So when next you start something that you know you should be doing, and somehow along the way you forgot you could not continue, you know what? Once you remember, continue. Pick it up from where you stopped. It is very, very important. Never, never give up. The principles I will never joke with this year, and that is confession. Oh my God, confession is very important. You don't want to joke with confession. Now, you don't want to start hearing things like, okay, I'm going to exercise this year, and then you're like, I cannot exercise. Once you start confessing good things, it's like your mind will begin to pick it up and say, oh, this is my reality. And you know one thing, like I said in my video on how to get to where you want from your mind, is your mind cannot differentiate between what you're thinking about and the reality. Have you noticed that when you just finished watching a movie, you just add a new song, your mind will begin to think about it, and before you know it, you find yourself singing it. That's the same way confession does. The moment you keep confessing those things, your mind will pick them up, and before you know it, you start thinking. And what thinking does is it opens your mind to possibilities and how to actually achieve that thing. And before you know it, you are getting what you need to get done. So, just in case yours is to be able to pray for 2 hours, my brother, my sister, after you have identified and you have done all the aforementioned, then do what is confess it. Oh, I see myself doing this. I do this. I do that. Another important point is surrounding yourself with people that are already achieving what you're achieving. Yes, someone once said, and that is, associate yourself with people that your own wow is their normal. Yes, this also pertains to social media. Let's still use the illustration of exercise. You know, you really want to exercise and you want to keep fit. There's nothing bad in following instructors, trainers, and people on your social media platforms that constantly remind you of the need for exercise. Yes, or maybe yours is to drink more water than you used to. There are a lot of apps out there that can always remind you. So ensure you are surrounding yourself with reminders. Okay, for instance, there are times that I want to actually give up on, I'm not going to do my devotion today. And then because I've surrounded my Instagram, my WhatsApp, my Twitter, Facebook, all these places with people that are in line with my goals. The moment I pick up my phone and I start going through these things, I'm already seeing a pop-up about, okay, how, this person talked to God and is already getting inspired, and I'm like, oh, I've not done this today. Then I'll just drop that phone and then go and find time to do it. You don't want to probably make reading your habit, and then everybody on your social media platform or everybody around you, they're not even saying anything as regards books. Because the truth is, days will come when you don't feel like doing what you want to do. But the moment you have people that will surround you and remind you of what you need to get done, you find yourself back on track. It's just like someone running a marathon race, and then throughout the journey, there is no signal or no sign of the fact that you're on a race. There's no reminder like 50 kilometers to the end or thereabouts. It is very possible that athletes forget that it's actually in a marathon race. But when there are a lot of reminders like, okay, you have 50 kilometers to the end, or you have this to the end, that way you are reminded that, oh, I'm still on track. So surround yourself. There are times that, for instance, I want to make confession habits in my life this year. I have confessions on my laptop. I have confessions on around me, that even when I want to forget to confess these things, the moment I open my eyes and I see them around me, I'm just like, oh, Toby, you've not confessed today. So it will be very hard for me to go 3 days without confessing. And so the final and the most important that you should never joke with, and that is prayer. See, don't let anyone deceive you. I can tell you all of these aforementioned points, but the truth is, if I have not prayed about a goal, oh my God, or a new habit I'm about to form, I am just wasting my time. That is the truth. Because prayer will help you identify. Prayer will sponsor you through the process of your goals. And with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince and not to confuse you that you can form new habits this year. Yes. So once again, if you have not subscribed, feel free to subscribe, like, comment. Till I catch you in my next video. Please watch out. Take care of yourself and be good. But more important, but